Welcome back to RF Coins. Today we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1988 D Lincoln penny, a coin that many people ignore, but in reality it could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on condition, errors and rarity. Stay tuned because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for in your 1988 D penny. The background of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln Memorial penny, was introduced in 1959, replacing the wheat cent design. This design features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, created by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo, remained until 2008, making it one of the most collected series in American history. The minting year 1988. Now let's focus on the year 1988. This year was part of a transitional period for U.S. coinage. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies marked with the letter D, but not all coins are equal. Some ordinary circulated examples might just be worth a cent, while others, especially in high mint state grades or with unique errors, can sell for incredible amounts at auction. Why collectors care about 1988 D? Collectors pay attention to 1988 D pennies because this year has a special place in the Lincoln cent series. One reason is the changeover of design elements from 1988 into 1989. During this shift, some dies used at the mint created rare varieties, making certain 1988 pennies very valuable. The transition reverse variety. One of the most famous varieties is the 1988 penny with the reverse of 1989. This happens because the reverse design was updated earlier than expected, so a small batch of coins struck in 1988 actually carry the details of the 1989 reverse. These varieties can be identified by the spacing and shape of the FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial. A normal 1988 has one style, while the rare one shows the 1989 style. Mint marks and condition. The 1988 D penny struck in Denver can appear in different conditions. Coins found in circulation are usually worn, but collectors hunt for examples graded mint state by services like PCGS or NGC. A coin graded MS65 or higher with a strong strike and original luster can bring in serious value. Error coins and their appeal. Beyond the transition reverse, there are also errors and die varieties to look for on the 1988 D penny. Some examples include double dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes and broad strikes. Any of these errors can multiply the value significantly. The rarer the error and the better the condition, the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. Auction records. Now let's talk numbers. Some 1988 D pennies with rare varieties have sold at major auctions for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. In some cases, reported sales have reached over $676,995 for high-grade ultra-rare varieties, making this small coin a huge jackpot for the lucky collector. The role of grading. Grading plays the most important role in determining value. A 1988 D penny in average circulated condition is worth only face value, but if it is certified as mint state 67 or higher with no spot scratches or wear, then you could be sitting on a treasure. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC provide authentication and assign numerical grades that directly influence market value. Circulation versus collectors market. Most pennies struck at the Denver Mint in 1988 went directly into circulation and were used daily in shops, gas stations and vending machines, but collectors today are paying attention to coins that have survived untouched, kept in original mint sets or discovered in rolls. These coins often display brilliant red luster, making them highly desirable. How to spot the rare 1988 DSO? How can you tell if your 1988 D penny is valuable? First, check the FG initials on the reverse. If they match the style of 1989, you might have the transition reverse variety. Second, examine the mint mark under magnification. Some repunched mint marks add extra value. Finally, look for doubling on the date or lettering. Modern demand for Lincoln cents. The Lincoln cent series remains one of the most collected coin series in the United States, with over 100 years of history. Collectors from beginners to advanced professionals chase after varieties like the 1988 D rare penny. The demand is not slowing down, and in fact online platforms and auctions have fueled even greater competition for top examples. Market value today. As of the current coin market prices, an ordinary circulated 1988 D penny is still worth 1 cent. However, in uncirculated red condition, values jump from $1 to $10. For rare error varieties, the price can leap into the hundreds, and for the most exceptional high-grade certified examples, collectors have paid thousands, even six figures. Investment potential. The 1988 D penny shows how even the smallest coins can carry massive investment potential. While not every coin will bring fortune, the possibility is real when it comes to rare varieties. Errors, transitional designs and high mint state grades create opportunities for long-term collectors and investors who understand the market. Conclusion and call to action. So the next time you see a 1988 D Lincoln penny in your pocket or coin jar, do not ignore it. Take a closer look, check the details, and maybe even send it for grading. You could be holding a coin worth far more than face value. This tiny copper coated zinc coin holds a big place in American coin history and in the collector market. Thank you for watching RF Coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history and value of the 1988 D penny, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin enthusiasts, and remember, keep checking your change because treasures are out there waiting to be found. Today we are going deep into the world of the Lincoln penny from 1993 with a special focus on the 1993 D mint cent. Now, if you are holding onto one of these coins or thinking about starting a collection, you might want to watch this video all the way through, because what seems like an ordinary piece of copper-plated zinc could actually be worth a surprising amount of money. The story of the Lincoln cent began in 1909 when the United States Mint released the first penny featuring the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. It was a major change because Lincoln was the very first real person ever placed on a United States coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent carried not only historical symbolism but also became the most widely recognized coin in American history. By the time we reached the late 20th century, the penny had already gone through major transformations. From 1909 to 1958 we had the famous wheat reverse. From 1959 to 2008 we had the Lincoln Memorial reverse design. The year 1993 falls right into this Memorial reverse era, which makes the 1993 D penny a classic example of what many people still remember from their childhood pocket change. The D mint mark on the 1993 D penny stands for the Denver Mint. The Denver facility has produced billions of circulating coins throughout history, and the 1993 penny was no exception. Over 6.4 billion Lincoln cents were struck at the Denver Mint in 1993. Because of this high mintage, many collectors think these coins are common and not worth much. But the truth is that condition, rarity, and error varieties make a huge difference in market value. The 1993 penny was not made of solid copper. Since 1982 the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition to cut down on rising copper costs. That means the 1993 D penny is about 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper plating. While the coin may look shiny when fresh from circulation, its zinc core makes it prone to corrosion and spots over time. This makes well-preserved examples more desirable among collectors. A 1993 D penny in average circulated condition usually has little to no premium over face value. However, once you step into uncirculated grades, especially mint state 65 and above, values can climb sharply. Collectors who assemble registry sets or want flawless red specimens are willing to pay strong premiums. Grading is everything with modern coins. For the 1993 D cent, pay attention to luster, strike sharpness, and absence of spots or scratches. A coin graded MS67 red by PCGS or NGC is a true condition rarity. In fact, examples in this grade have crossed into 4- and even 5-figure auction prices. That is how an ordinary-looking penny suddenly turns into a treasure. Now let's talk about one of the most exciting parts of coin collecting: errors and varieties. The 1993 D penny has been known to appear with striking errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, and clipped planchets. Some of these errors can transform a 1-cent coin into a $50, $100, or even $500 collectible depending on severity and appeal. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have listed several high-grade 1993 D cents. The record-breaking examples graded MS67 red have sold for astonishing prices in the range of $6,000 to $7,000. That is a huge jump from just 1 cent of face value. Imagine finding one in a roll of pennies today. Let's break it down more clearly. Circulated 1993 D penny, worth 1 cent. Uncirculated MS63 red brown, about $1. Uncirculated MS65 red, around $10 to $25. Jump to MS66 red, $75 to $150. And the elite MS67 red, thousands of dollars, with recent market highs reported at nearly $6,700. Some coin dealers and price guides even suggest potential values closer to $7,000 depending on demand. The Lincoln Cent series remains the most collected coin series in the United States. Every kid starts with pennies and many lifelong numismatists remain fascinated by them. Because of that, demand never fades. A 1993 D penny in high grade is not just a coin, it is a competition piece for serious registry set collectors. The best part about the 1993 D penny is that it is still out there. Billions were made and many remain in circulation today. That means you can literally go through penny rolls from the bank or check the coins in your jar at home and possibly discover a gem. Look for shiny red coins with minimal marks and you might have something special. If you think you have a valuable example, the first step is to avoid cleaning it. Cleaning damages the surface and destroys collectible value. Store it safely in a 2x2 flip or a protective capsule. And if you believe it might be mint state 66 or higher, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and preservation. Even though it is not a centennial or anniversary year, the 1993 penny holds historical importance. It represents the early years of copper-plated zinc coinage. It reminds us of the shift in U.S. mint production methods during the late 20th century. And of course, every Lincoln penny connects us back to the legacy of one of America's most respected presidents. So there you have it. The 1993 D Lincoln penny, a coin that billions of people have handled without ever realizing its hidden potential. From a simple 1-cent piece to a collector's item worth over $6,700, the journey of this coin shows us why numismatics is so fascinating. Always check your change, because treasures hide in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe to RF Coins, hit that like button, and ring the bell. Today we are talking about a coin that looks ordinary but has shocked collectors worldwide, the 1996 Lincoln penny. You might think it is just a simple cent, but did you know that one rare example of this coin has been valued at more than $676,000? Yes, you heard that right, almost $700,000 for a penny. Let's dive deep into the history, the variations, and the amazing current market values that might be hiding in your coin jar. The history of the Lincoln Cent. The Lincoln Cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real person. President Abraham Lincoln was chosen because of his historical impact and his strong legacy in American history. Since then, the Lincoln penny has gone through many design changes, but in 1996 something very special was happening. What makes 1996 special? 1996 was a transition year in U.S. coinage. It was not a year of a brand new design, but it was a year where the U.S. Mint was experimenting with metal quality, strike variations, and coin planchet differences. While billions of regular cents were minted, some rare examples came out with incredible minting errors and unique characteristics. These rare versions have skyrocketed in value, making collectors eager to find them. Regular 1996 penny production. In 1996, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark. Denver coins carry a small d under the date, and San Francisco coins show an S, which means they are proof coins made specially for collectors. Billions were struck, but only a tiny fraction contain the rare errors that make them worth big money. The Philadelphia Mint penny. The 1996 Philadelphia Lincoln Cent was produced in massive numbers, over 6 billion coins, but even within this ocean of pennies, collectors have found double dies, strong strikes, and minting errors that can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you have one in mint state condition, graded MS67 or higher. These coins are no longer just pocket change, they are investments. The Denver Mint penny. The 1996 D Lincoln penny is another hot coin. Many of these coins look ordinary, but when you examine them closely, some reveal die cracks, repunched mint marks, or planchet errors in perfect condition. Some of these pennies have been auctioned for thousands of dollars. Collectors pay premiums for well-struck examples with full sharp details. The San Francisco Proof penny. Now let's talk about the beauty of the 1996 S Proof penny. These coins were never meant for circulation. They were carefully struck for collectors with polished dies and shiny mirror finishes, but some rare error proofs exist, and these are like hidden diamonds. A proof coin with an error or in perfect deep cameo condition, graded PR70, can sell for hundreds or even thousands. Rare errors to look for. So what kind of errors make a 1996 penny worth real money? First, there are double die obverse where Lincoln's face or lettering shows doubling. Second, there are off-center strikes where the design is misaligned sometimes by 50%. Third, there are wrong planchet strikes where the penny was struck on a dime or nickel blank. And finally, high-grade untouched coins with full luster. Those are treasures hiding in plain sight. Auction records. One of the most shocking auction stories comes from a 1996 Lincoln cent error that sold for over $676,993. This is not fiction, this is reality. When a coin is unique, when collectors battle for ownership, the price goes sky high. Imagine finding a penny in your old change and realizing it could pay for a house. Why collectors love this year? Collectors love the 1996 penny because it represents modern US coinage but still offers opportunities for incredible rarity. Many people underestimate coins from the 1990s, thinking only old pennies like wheat cents are valuable, but the truth is the 1996 penny proves modern coins can hold secrets worth life-changing amounts of money. Grading matters. If you think you have a rare 1996 penny, the next step is grading. A coin in circulated condition is worth face value, but a coin in uncirculated mint state condition, especially MS65, MS66 or MS67, can multiply in value instantly. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC certify coins, and their label can make the difference between a penny worth $1 and a penny worth 100,000. How to check your coins? Always use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Check the date, the mint mark, and the details. Look for doubling, misstrikes, and surface quality. Do not clean your coin. Cleaning can ruin the value. Instead, handle it carefully and store it in protective holders. Collectors pay top dollar for coins that look fresh and untouched straight from the mint. Current market value right now. As of today, the coin market is hot. A regular 1996 penny in circulated condition is worth just 1 cent, but a high-grade 1996 penny can sell between $50 to $500, and rare errors can push into the thousands. And that legendary $676,000 coin shows that even a penny can change your life. Tips for collectors: if you want to search for valuable 1996 pennies, start by checking your pocket change. Next, buy rolls of pennies from banks and coin shops. Third, visit coin shows and auctions where you might stumble upon hidden gems. And always keep learning. The more you know, the more likely you are to spot a valuable error coin before anyone else does. Outro. So there you have it, the story of the 1996 Lincoln penny, a coin that seems ordinary but hides extraordinary value, some worth hundreds, some worth thousands, and one worth. Today we are diving deep into one of the most collected and fascinating coins in America, the Lincoln penny. More specifically, we are talking about the 2014 Lincoln cent, a coin that millions of people pass around every single day without realizing that some versions of this coin could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a penny in your hand and realizing it might be worth $600 or even close to $700,000. That is exactly what we are going to explore today. Introduction to the 2014 Lincoln cent. The 2014 penny might look ordinary to most people. It carries the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909, and on the reverse it shows the Union Shield design created by Lyndall Bass. This reverse has been used since 2010, replacing the short-lived bicentennial designs of 2009. But while millions were minted, there are always special varieties and errors that make some coins extremely valuable. Why collectors care about 2014 pennies? So why are collectors paying attention to a modern coin like the 2014 cent? The answer is simple: rarity and condition. Even though the US Mint produces billions of pennies each year, only a small fraction come out with mint errors, striking mistakes, or rare varieties. And when you combine that with collectors searching for the best, highest grade examples certified by companies like PCGS or NGC, you suddenly have pennies selling for unbelievable amounts. Mint marks and production. The 2014 cent was produced in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coins have no mint mark, the Denver coins have the D mint mark, and the San Francisco coins carry an S, but the S mint mark coins were only made for collectors in proof sets. The majority of people will come across Philadelphia and Denver coins in circulation, but it is those proof coins and special errors that grab headlines. The design legacy of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has an incredible history. It first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Brenner's portrait has remained ever since, making it the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. In 1959, the reverse was changed from wheat stalks to the Lincoln Memorial. Then in 2009, 4 bicentennial reverses were issued before the Union Shield arrived in 1010 The shield represents Lincoln's role in preserving the Union, a powerful message still carried on the 2014 coin. Materials and composition. By 2014 the penny was no longer made of copper, instead it was 975% zinc with a thin copper plating. This change happened in 1982 due to rising copper costs. While older copper pennies are already more valuable for their metal content, the zinc-based coins like the 2014s rely on rarity and condition to gain collector value. Errors that make 2014 pennies valuable now. This is the fun part. Collectors are always on the hunt for error coins, and the 2014 pennies have produced some spectacular examples: double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, even misaligned dies. Any of these errors can turn a simple cent into a $100 bill in your pocket. The rarer the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. Famous auction records. Let's talk numbers. A pristine 2014 D penny graded MS69 read by PCGS sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Proof 2014 S coins in deep cameo condition have also sold for impressive amounts, and here's where it gets even crazier. There have been reports of rare error 2014 pennies valued at over $600,000. Yes, you heard that right, a penny turning into a life-changing treasure. The role of grading services. One of the most important things to understand about coin values is grading. A coin straight from circulation might only be worth face value, but if you find one in near perfect uncirculated condition, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands. That's why grading companies like PCGS and NGC play such a vital role. A coin in MS69 or PR70 condition is extremely rare and highly sought after. Collector demand. Another factor driving up the value of the 2014 cent is demand. Lincoln cents are the most widely collected series in U.S. history. Millions of people collect them by date and mint mark. Some try to complete full sets from 1909 to today because so many collectors are searching for top condition examples. The best ones always command high prices. The hidden value in your pocket. This is where it gets exciting for everyday people. Right now you might have a 2014 penny in your wallet or change jar. It may look ordinary, but under magnification it might reveal doubling on the letters or numbers, a minting flaw, or even be in superb uncirculated condition that could mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of dollars. How to search for rare 2014 pennies. If you want to get serious about finding valuable 2014 pennies, here's what to do. First, grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Second, focus on the date, the mint mark, and the letters, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. Look for doubling, extra thickness, or irregular shapes. Next, examine the reverse shield for errors, cracks, or misalignments. Finally, compare your coin with images from trusted error coin websites. Protecting and storing valuable coins. Once you find a potential treasure, you need to protect it. Keep your coins in protective flips or holders. Avoid touching the surface because even a fingerprint can lower the grade and value. If you believe your coin could be rare or in high grade, consider sending it to a grading service for authentication and certification. The future of the Lincoln cent. Many people wonder if the penny will eventually be discontinued. The cost of making a penny today is more than 1 cent, but the Lincoln cent has such a strong tradition and emotional connection that it keeps surviving. If the penny ever disappears from circulation, the coins we have today will become even more collectible, meaning your 2014 finds could gain even more value in the future. Closing message for RF Coins audience. So there you have it. The 2014 Lincoln penny may seem small, but it carries with it over a century of history, patriotic symbolism, and hidden treasures. Some are worth only a cent while others are worth hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases nearly $700,000. Keep your eyes open, check your change, and who knows, the next fortune could be sitting quietly in your pocket. This is RF Coins reminding you that every coin tells a story, and sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more deep dives into rare coins, and share this with your friends who might just have a hidden treasure in their own pocket.